Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I'm Carbonor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today. Things are pretty cool here. Pretty cool here. Especially considering like for the next 5 days it's supposed to be cooling off. So that's very nice indeed. As I'm still under the influence of not having air conditioning. Dude, YouTube has done some shit again. It looks different on my PlayStation because I play when I live stream. I play on my bigger screen TV and my PlayStation 5 but on my smaller TV and my PlayStation 4, as I've said before, I always have something going, just moving colors, something to just, attract my attention every once in a while. Excuse me. Well, the menu has changed for YouTube on my PlayStation, and I'm like, why was this necessary? Why was it necessary? Just leave shit the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Just leave shit alone. And it looks like they've kind of done something on desktop too, because it looks a little different. It's just like, just stop. There is no need to tweak any fucking thing else. Leave it the fuck alone. I mean, oh my God. There are some worthless wastes of fucking life sitting around the goddamn boardroom thinking, oh, maybe we should separate this, or maybe we should do. It's like, no, just to justify them getting fucking a paycheck. That's it. It's just to justify them getting a paycheck. They offer up the stupidest fucking ideas, and they push them as hard as they can, and with as much excitement and eagerness as they possibly can. So they're like, please keep paying me. I know my job and my position is completely pointless, and it could just as easily be served by a wet fucking mop. But please keep paying me. Look, I offer this idea. And then some dipshit higher up says, whoa, that's a pretty good idea. I guess we could do that. And then they just change shit. They just fucking change shit. No goddamn reason. There's no point. There's no purpose in it. It's just to justify somebody continuing to fucking get paid when they shouldn't. So fucking annoying. Just starting right off with a rant. Apologies for that. Not really. I mean, I don't care. You know, I rant and rave. If you ain't used to that by now, then I don't know what to tell you. You might be in the wrong channel if you're not looking for an old man to fucking yell at the sky, because that's what happens here. I yell at the sky and I play video games. Some people like it. I understand if you don't, but that's what you get. All right. Thumbnail, description, all that shit's done. So let's activate the phone now. Get it ready to roll. It's fun taking the thumbnails, but we need they got to give us more emotes, more poses, more, you know what I'm saying? Because eventually you're like, well, how can I shoot this to make it look a little more different than the last time I used this pose on another character? That kind of thing. We have new outfits, by the way, new shit apparently, because when I tried to log on the first time today, it said, oh, this is not the current version, and I was like, aha. So there was some shit added. I know the Osmos DOS thing was added earlier, and I guess it just took a little longer for them to get the outfits. So let's look at them. Let's look at them. We might as well. This is Valby. This. Oh my God! This is supposed to be a sci-fi futuristic game, right? This looks like. You ever seen any of the like clips or shorts or anything like that of like Japanese baseball? This is what their cheerleaders are very different than our cheerleaders. They don't have pom poms, they don't seem to really do gymnastics or climb on top of each other, and build like formations and shit. They just seem to kind of stand in the stands and dance and clap and do a little choreography. But this is what one of them would wear. This is exactly an outfit that a Japanese baseball cheerleader would wear. It's not. There's nothing futuristic or sci-fi about this in any way. Nothing. Again, golf. I'm assuming now okay. We got some neon lights. The back piece, the way that's put together, that's a little futury. This isn't bad. It's a little techy, and even the underbrim of her. Good morning, Michael. He says Viesa has the best one. I'm gonna work my way there. I like that the underbrow of her cap is also neon lit up. That's pretty cool. So this looks like an outfit that somebody in the future, or a sci-fi type world, if they played golf, this is what okay. I'm not hating this. The socks and the shoes are okay. They look a little futuristic-y, but the socks are, what? That's not. Why are we on that? Maybe I have to be in here to do it. I don't know. Stop it! All right, wait. Now this is futuristic. This is techie. This is cyberpunky. This is, I dig this one. This one I will probably get. I can't deny it. It's very reminiscent, in my opinion. It reminds me a lot of the Inez outfit, the one that I have on mine that she wears most of the time. But I like this one. This one doesn't immediately tell me, "Hey, this is football." You know what I'm saying? This looks like something that like a futuristic warrior Amazon type woman would wear. So I kind of dig this one. Daya, we have another one of her outfits that's fully covers her. This is not that different. It's futuristic-y. Like without the mask, if you like gave her normal hair, this would be pretty cool. I'm sure you can do a lot with the colors and the textures and make it. So I like this one. I could do something with this one. I might actually do something with this one. So we got this one I'm probably going to get eventually, and this one I'll probably get eventually. I don't hate that. Why are you fighting me, game? Yeah, okay. Oh, look, there's some lights. Some tiny little lights. And her gloves are weird, so that's supposed to say, hey, It's futury. Be ixnay on that one. Now I like this is super cute. This is cute in a wholesome, sexy kind of way. I know that's probably an odd combination of things, but I don't hate this one. But again, it's not future. It's not sci-fi. This is supposed to be tennis, I'm assuming. Luna's. I mean, that's okay. You know, track and field. I'm guessing, but it's very blah, just boring. And we saw that one, and we saw that one. So then we're over here. Wait, yes, I didn't have one. No? Okay. So Haley's and Dias will be the two that I'll probably end up getting. Cause you know what? Let's just go play. Let's just go play for a minute. Nope. That's the button. Doo-doo. Where is Dia? There she is. Let's just see. Where's the dat? Here it is. See, I'm not hating that. I don't hate that. With the regular hairstyle, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Where's my? I believe that one's it. Yes, I believe that's it. What's flashing? That okay? That's some tiny detail. We'll do that. Not hating it. Hmm. Okay, that's cool. Shoes. Okay, we'll go black with the shoes. Socks. Black. And this. Okay, good. Let's hope it disappears. It didn't disappear, but at least it's kind of disguised. Hmm. I don't hate that. This is just the shoes. There's any other. Oh, fucking word. Albion. Fucking hell. Okay, so that flashes and that flashes. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let me do a Little screenshot in there. Okay. Now, let's look for Haley. Especially with her hair like that, that really brings out the Amazon warrior kind of thing. And wait, hold it. I need to see what her colors are. No, no, no. Disable. Matte orange, leather matte orange. Okay. There's a whole lot of spaces here, so Jesus Christ, you can do a lot of color with her. All right. What's flashing? The camo. I don't like the camo, I'll be honest. I'm not crazy about the camo. Maybe that should be this. I wasn't paying attention to what the white was, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all, at all, at all. Okay, so let's do this in you. So my goal is going to be to try to make the camo disappear. What is that? The inside of her gloves. Okay. Yeah. Outside of the gloves. Cool. What are you? That sleeve. Orange. The rest of the outfit we'll do on orange. What's flashing? Okay. Do you in that? I see it. Okay. Uh. Okay. Okay. The rest of that. And this. Nope. Nope. Fuck. Fuck. Of course it would have to do some stupid shit like that. Of course it would. Of course it would. All right, that's not bad. And we will do this in. Let's do blue. Represent the ice, you know. That doesn't come off as very blue. That's a little better. That's a little better. Okay. Now, should I try to put some white in there? It's going to be difficult because most of this stuff seems to be attached to the camo pattern. So if you change it, you're going to change the camo pattern, and I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. So I think this might have to just be it. But I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Crazy about the shoes, but her lower half does freeze over, so I'll accept it. Yeah, I don't hate that. That can be cool. Let me screenshot this bitch. Especially when you consider I don't have a whole lot of outfits for her. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got 3. So yeah, I'll probably get that one. She really doesn't have much else that I want, really. I mean, I know everybody likes this one, but I don't, I don't like it because on somebody else, on maybe Glay, um, maybe Dia, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else that's got a little more intense a personality. Haley is all, I'm the new girl, trying to prove herself and shit. And this just doesn't, in my mind, it doesn't vibe with her character and her personality that they have presented her as having. So that's why I don't like this, and I'm not gonna ever get it because it's not, it's in my opinion, it isn't very Haley. This is okay, but it's just kind of dull. It's not horrible, but it's just kind of dull. If they put it on, if it gets real cheap, I'll probably buy it, but it's only if it gets real cheap. So there's just, in my opinion, there's just not enough for her. There's not enough cool shit for her to be wearing. That's not horrible. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So yeah, I'll probably get her football outfit. Probably. We got any research? We got some research. I've been doing I did a shitload of core farming earlier. Shitload. So now, let's see, what did I finish? All of the girls' every character that I use, Blair and all the girls, their primary weapon is now fully cored with gold X's. So everybody's primary gun is all taken care of. And now I've started working on the secondary weapons for everybody. Let's see, we did, and Valby's, yeah, I got hers finished. Bunnies. Oop. Shit. Bunnies and Haley's. I'm gonna keep my eye on this gun because I've still got a lot to do here, but it's pretty powerful. I know everybody's been telling me the Frost Watcher. I know I've heard that from a couple people, and I'm gonna keep my eye on it now. That it's looking like it's pretty powerful, but I just really like the Secret Garden. If it gets more than this, I might have to switch guns again. I know it's hard to believe, but but Viesa always gets first dibs on everything, on the best of everything. So if I get a more powerful gun, it's got to go to her because she's the star of the show. She is the main character. Maybe not in your canon, and that's totally cool. But in mine, she is. Why do I have 2? Oh no, I have 2 Blue Beetles. That sucks. So I did a lot of that, and pretty much think that's it. I just did a shitload of core farming earlier. I did trade some, or dismantled some of the excess ancestor modules that I had and traded some in for some fresh hunter's resolution and chef's resolution. So I've got some stuff to work with once I get up enough of the materials to do so.
Go on, I'm waiting.
Like I said, I've been keeping the guns coming. Last one I need for that. And I'm essentially, most of these I'm just doing this because I've got the materials to, and I might as well. It's not, I don't have plans for a shitload of these guns that I have left here. That's why they're left here. Some of them, you know, I'd like to get the restored relic, of course, the Kingsguard lance. Oh, excuse me. But largely, I'm just doing this to be doing something. Kind of thing. Okay, we don't have enough hammer and anvils. Have enough wave of lights, so the only thing that we've got full is the eraser. Do I have an eraser? Surely I have an eraser. Good morning, sir. You must be off today. He says there's a new event. Is that the Osmo DOS thing? I was playing a little bit before. Yeah. Okay. That was, yeah, that earlier when I was grinding for cores, that at the switch of the day, you know, the Osmo thing pretty much immediately came online, but the outfits for some reason didn't. It took longer because, like I said, when I was about to start logging into the game to start the live stream, it was like, oh, you don't have the most current version, and I was like, what? I was here when it switched. So apparently adding stuff to the shop is separate from the event stuff, which is weird, I guess, but it is. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I remember I remember now. We were checking something. Oh yes, do I have the eraser? I do. Okay.
Now
that was what I was checking.
Go on, I'm waiting.
I have the eraser. I only got 2 parts of it, so I can't get another one going. So I can do the ATAMs or the Hive Master. That's such. I hate that gun. I hate that gun. It is so fucking useless. When it came out, I was like, oh, cool. Frena's got a new gun. And I gave it to her, and I tried it out, and I was like, this thing sucks. This is shit. We'll get the ATAMs. All right. We got a couple that we can go enhance the unique ability of. Executor. This will be done. Sweet. And was there another one? Yes. Yes, you. 8 hams. Wow. But this has already got the cores. So, sorry. Sorry. I've already got one cord, so gotta lose all that extra damage. And I think that's it. Wait. Is it it? Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna go over here real quick. We're gonna get rid of that extra blue beetle because that's gonna bother me that I'm carrying too. We'll go down to you. Goodbye. All right. What's going on with the battle pass today? Acquire weapons, which I already got a couple there because of the stuff that I hadn't researched. Acquire gold. Modules. All right. Nothing big. Nothing big. So let's just... So we start here. Work our way this way. Is that 100 million gold? Is that what that is? That 100 million gold? That's got to be a mistake. Because why would 100 million be here, and then up here you get 2 million? That's got to be a mistake. Maybe not though, because you got 10 of the gold rings and then one here, so maybe not. That just seems weird. 100 fucking million. That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of gold. What is this? Oh. Guess I'll be getting some gold on that one. It'd be nice if these were just like, if it was just like a generic token and you could use it on any one of them. Because then you could hang on to those for when new ones come out, you know? That'd be kind of cool. You can get, just be like, fuck it, here you go. Let me have her. All right, let's do some shit. Stop it. Thank you. Let's do some shit.
Hound action to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
A specialized Vulcan aircraft has appeared over the operation zone. Blasted out of the sky. methane life signs detected inside a Vulcan structure.
Deploying RK. I am the original.
Operation completed. Awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done, Descendant.
Oh, that's cool, dude. All right. Let me come back to Albion. Serp says I'm available if you want to speed run the dailies so I can farm for more cores. Kinda. But only if you don't mind me running. No, that's cool, dude. That's not horrible. Not horrible. Okay. Cool. Ready to roll? Here we go. Serp says yes. I guess I could have waited for your answer, but I kind of figured that you were. You're rocking the Viesa A-Girl outfit, I see. That upset me that they put her in the hip hop group. I was like, no.
This is Hound
No.
Action to all personnel. Void
My
storm is
Viesa listens
intensifying.
to the darkest of
Conditions
metal.
are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
Descendant, we've confirmed a large-scale Vulcan
I
transport.
mean, it's cute. I can't argue that it's not cute. I mean, just like those sport outfits, most of them are really cute. But I want shit that's got, it's got that sci-fi apocalyptic fucking future edge. I like how it hangs off her shoulder. He says, that's totally understandable. I totally understand that. I mean, the dress that I bought for Nell doesn't really fit the criteria that I've been bitching about. But it's like super fucking hot. It's really hot, so, I forgive.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
Alright. And I've, of course, continued leveling up Viesa. So now she's at... That's not what I meant to do. Go back.
Wanna feel a chill?
29. I've got her at 29. Oh, sorry. Alright, let's see. What do we need here? We'll go for... I'm at 51, Serp says. A little ahead of me. A little bit. And you didn't realize it? Oh, I see. Serp says I just cat whoever I'm using that day. I hear you. What did I get stuck on? Shit. All right. Run that one again. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought you could go through there. I thought you could go through it. Those spheres are kind of cool now because they're taking people out all the time and you don't even realize it. You're just running through people and they're just automatically shooting. Kind of cool. Yeah, that was really good. Thought I could get out of it. Nope. What hit me that time? Fucking shit! Bouncing back and forth like a fucking ping pong ball. Right. Let's do this one. And these. All right. Now we will do this one. What do we need here? Don't need the executor. I need the Greg's reversed fate gun. But I think I'd rather go for the King's Guard Lance part. Yeah. I don't know if I need it or not, but I know that's one that I'm not done with, so. That'd be nice if I quit running into walls. Morning, Jedi. He says, update today, I see. Yeah. We got some new outfits. I'm not crazy about all of them. There's a couple of them I like. he did? Jedi says he saw him as a dead live stream. Damn it. Jedi says, I saw him in the devs live. I don't like any of them. And he says, new BP. You mean new battle pass? Not yet. No, that's still, I think there's like 22 more days or something before it'll redo. I don't even know what's in it yet. I have not heard anything about it. Okay. So it says don't leave at the end. I'm going to show you. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, fucking hell. What are you showing? What is that? Is that Daya? Who is that supposed to be? Is that God? Interesting. What? It looks like she's supposed to be like cradling something. That's very weird. It's very strange. Serp says strange, huh? Yeah, that is odd. Jedi says, the fuck? I've never seen that. Why would they have... Why would the Vulgus have statues of God? Hmm. Interesting. I've never fully trusted God. I'm gonna be honest with you. Jedi says, for a guy that pays attention to detail, I'm mad that I've never seen that. So, what do we do here? Oh, you only get what you land on. Well, that's some bullshit. Jedi says the god may be their queen or they need her to be complete. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe. Hmm. I don't know. This got me curious. This got me curious. Because if they made her, I mean, it seems odd. In her human state, you know what I'm saying? If they made her, wouldn't they have made her more Vulgus-y? But perhaps indeed, Serp says, opened up some lore for you. Or perhaps she went to them first, or they found her first, and she tried to use them. But again, why would they have statues of her in human form? That would suggest that, you know, they had reverence for her, and they would have made the statues in her image. Yeah. Jedi says, interesting story this can be. Indeed it could. And you know, they said there's you know, I mean, we're going to be beating Corel soon, and that the story is going to go to another place after that. So what if she's like the next big bad guy? It's possible. I mean, nobody be in a better position to totally fuck over the descendants than God. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so what do we need next? Void vessel, I guess. You ready to roll? Here we go. Jedi says they better not make Corel the lame. Need him to be harder than Onslaught. Oh, yeah, yeah. That he definitely needs to be like a 8-person boss, like, you know, the Wall Crasher or something. Maybe even more than 8. Maybe they need to go all out and make that one like 10 or 12, possibly even double the 8 and make it 16. It needs to be a spectacle. And Serp says, why did I read that like yoga? Yoga. What did you read like yoga? Oh, Yoda. Oh, Yoda. Okay. Oh, the interesting story this can be. I see. Okay. I'm with you now. I'm on the same page. Serp says, yeah, haha.
Launching void vessel exploration operation.
Hey, I see there's a few of you out there watching at the moment. It's not just Serp and Jedi. Maybe you find people could consider dropping a like, a share, comment, or a subscribe. Any one of those things, you know, as I often say, is immensely helpful for the channel. And right now I'm trying my damnedest to get to 500 subscribers, because that will unlock super chats and memberships, and that's my current obsessive goal. So if any of you guys that are out there watching right now, if you're not subscribed yet, perhaps today could be the day that you consider doing so. I would appreciate it. You'd be helping me out. You'd be doing me a solid. Not a liquid, not a gaseous. No, it'd be solid. Totally solid. Like a tungsten fuse. That solid. see here. Somebody. Jedi says you cannot expect better from a Jedi, bro. Fucking stuck on a tree. All right. That is. What time is it? Is it time for the? No, not yet. We still got 30 minutes for the. What now? Sir, your skill says your skills are tech. Yeah. 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 Why do you ask? Oh, really? Serp says I have 2 ancestor mods that might be useful to you. Got something for Viessa? Well, I'll certainly take them. Hillbilly Luke. Not amazing, but I don't need them. Yeah, I'll take them. What are we getting a lost and found? Nothing? No? Serp says, if it works. I will meet you over at the console. At the trading post. Oh, I just read in the world chat that onslaught mode has been removed already. That didn't take long. Well, what do you want for them? Yeah, it was just a beta, Serp says. I mean, I knew that, but I thought it would be around a little longer than that. Jedi says, yep, I just went to play it. The beta is done. Just a minimum? Okay. Ah, okay. He said one must be saved as okay. What? I didn't mean to do that. Shit. Damn it. Or did you do that? What am I doing wrong here? Why won't it let me lock the trade? Oh, I don't have 10 caliber. I am completely caliberless. Unfortunately. Uh, okay. Let's see. I can give you some more Serenas. Do you need some Serenas? Just one? Okay. I don't know how good it. Well, you can re-roll it. Cool. Let's see what we got. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. What have I got here? That wouldn't really hurt my... Alright. Alright. Appreciate that. Thank you, dude. You wanna do some... What do we need? What are the cores? What the... What, oh, by equipping it? Where did they go? This is them, right? This is the two? Yeah. Heard. Okay. What is the, because it switched, didn't it? Oh, no, 19 hours. Okay. Oh, you have to save it to see what it is, what it does? I will investigate that. SERP says yes. Okay. I'll check that out later. All right. You want to just do it by ourselves or public or what? What are you feeling? We could actually, because it's almost time for a wall crasher, we could probably go ahead and run to Axie and do one of these missions real quick. And then do the wall crasher and then do some core farming. SERP says do Axie and yeah, okay. Oh, this, you know what? Axion has the best lighting, I think, of any of the locations. Even when it's rainy and shitty, it's just, the lighting here is so much better than everywhere else. It's strange when it's sunny. Yeah. Hold on. Put on my battle armor. Okay, that's cool, dude. SERP says he'll be right back. Find some more crates to break.
Descendant. Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Volga's special assault ship identified. Primary tactical objective confirmed. Search and destroy required.
Well, that didn't take up as much time as I was hoping it would. Oh, got all the bastards I can get. Well, shit. Okay. I guess we can go do this one. The two colossi will spawn in a minute. Okay.
I'm going to need help.
Descendant, I've picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby.
Attention. Large-scale dimensional breaching program. Colossal guidance. Warning. Large-scale dimensional breaching program. Please evacuate from an area out of range of the siren, or vacate the Colossus site and capture it. All sensors. Please regard the ground.
That's a lot further away than I thought it was.
The Vulgus nearby seem to have spotted it as well. Remove them quickly. The mutant materials will be lost if you're not quick enough. Fantastic! I knew I could count on you.
I guess here's closer. I guess that's closer.
The Vulgus nearby seem to have spotted it as well. Remove them quickly. The mutant materials will be lost if you're not quick enough. Fantastic! I knew I could count on you.
Saw a gold box. All right, let's 3.5 minutes. Little over, but close enough. Kangaroo. I guess she died. Or she's planking. Hell yeah. I checked out Neverness. Is that what it was called? Everness to Neverness or something like that? Is that what it was? I checked it out. It looks pretty cool. It's going to take like 50 gigabytes, so I'm definitely going to have to finish a couple things to make up the space for it. I've got like 100 fucking gigabytes, almost 100 gigabytes. It says that I've got free, but it won't let me use all of them. I get like down below 80 and it's like, oh, you can't record anything else. And I'm like, what? I've got 80 fucking gigabytes. You say I have plenty. I don't understand how that works. I mean, if it says I have 100 gigabytes available, shouldn't I have 100 gigabytes available? But no, it seems that is not the case. But Alan Wake, and technically, I think I'm almost done with 5 Hearts Under One Roof because it's only got like 6 chapters, and I'm already on trying to get to 4. I'm essentially done. I've just like if y'all watch any of y'all watch the live stream of the second part of that game, I got stuck because it won't let me progress because I don't have enough relationship with anybody to move on. Serp says, yeah, that's why I bought a bigger SSD. Serp says, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I wasn't being aggressive enough with my romantic intentions. And apparently you can't just focus on one girl. You've got to increase everybody's hearts and just keep one person at the top. Apparently. Serp's gonna be the girl you have locked in the attic. Yeah, that was a strange twist of the story. It's like, how long you been living in that house you didn't know your parents had a fucking girl stashed upstairs? Just some random girl who apparently can't be your sister, because obviously that'd be weird. Serp says, insane. Yeah, no shit, dude. Those Japanese houses aren't that big. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty small. She is a quiet girl. Alright, let's why am I stuck here? Good morning, Rick. Rick asks, is there an update? Yeah. New outfits and the Osmo's dice challenge thingy. Huh. Get some coffee in you, man. Rick says he just woke up. Jedi says I play all, but I do have my mains. Yeah, that's me. I try to play with everybody, but I obviously have my favorites. And you know, you're looking at the most favorite right now. Yes, is my girl. Where'd we leave? Rick says his first love. As far as this game goes, for sure. Oh yeah. Rick asked, did you not pick Biessa first? Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was an easy choice. It was two dudes or a chick, and it was like, okay, yeah, which one of these am I gonna pick? Yeah, no, it was not Ajax or Lepic. And then the more I played as her. I was like, yep, this is my girl right here. I was playing Stellar Blade at the same time also. She was very jealous.
You can't escape.
She was very jealous. Eve was. Dude couldn't handle the double storm.
You can't escape.
That was way over. Go the wrong way? Of course. it's gonna be a little repetitive for just a bit, for about an hour. as Serp and I core farm. Rick, you said you just woke up, man, but if you want to jump in and do some core farming with us, you're more than welcome. Or Jedi, either one of you guys. If you need some cores. We're just going to be wearing it out. I noticed, just to mention, and totally not because I was thinking of this game, but I noticed in my YouTube analytics, it shows you what your like for your 2-day top videos, you know, are. And like, all right, hold on just a second, dude. Somewhere around 8 or 9 of my most, by a whole lot, you know, because usually the first 2 or 3 are pretty high, because those are like my live streams. The live streams get a lot more views than my videos do. I don't know why live streams do better than videos, but apparently that they do. But around 8 or 9, number 8 or 9 was one of my songs by The Circle, you know, my band that I mention all the time, that I created, my 4-piece all-girl metal band. Was one of their songs, the single, called Gooner's Got a Goon. And I just realized I just, you know, totally not because I'm playing this game right now that came to mind. But yeah, if you, like last year around this time when the Gooner Gate happened, and this is probably just, let me get Jedi here. You know, it's just, not everybody keeps up with every corner of YouTube, and it's so, YouTube is so massive that somebody can literally have millions of followers, and the majority of people you talk to will have absolutely no fucking clue who they are. But there was a thing that happened called Gooner Gate. It was around this game, and the fact that a lot of people, it was essentially, we had fought so hard to end the campaign of you know, cancel culture and all that fucking shit from the left. Oh yeah, you're right. We will have to go back to Albion. And as soon as we drove it back, and pretty people started showing up in games again, and games like Stellar Blade and this and stuff started getting popular, Then the right side started trying to tell you what you could and couldn't play. And there were a lot of people in the realm of people that I follow and I'm subscribed to on YouTube, you know, in the orbit of, you know, that were calling this game essentially porn. And we're calling everybody who played this gooners and saying that men shouldn't masturbate and just all kinds of just absolutely fucking outlandish, ridiculous shit. Like, but it was coming from the right side instead of the left side, so it was supposed to be okay. And people were like, "No, go fuck yourselves, go fuck yourselves." Yeah, Melanie Mack, yeah, was one of them. Yeah. Serp said someone with the last name Mack. Yeah, Melanie Mack was one of them. She's a pretend Christian who used to be a left-winger, whose husband left her for a man. But yeah, she was all about Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, just absolutely nuts. And she said, Lara Croft, she's not gooner material, and this made me unfollow her. Yeah, me too, absolutely, me too. She was saying, Lara Croft is not gooner material, and I was thinking the whole time that I would listen to her bullshit and be like, bitch, I was there when Lara Croft was fucking created. Don't tell me she wasn't gooner material. They sold her on her sex appeal from the minute they fucking created her. They knew what they were fucking doing. She was the original. Exactly. Serp says Laura's like an OG. Exactly. She was the first fucking gooner fucking video game character. All you gotta do is look back on any fucking magazine that they put her on, and she was sexed up. Square boobs rule. Yeah. But, you know, so there was that. And then also Melanie Mack was praising Stellar Blade and yet calling this game porn. And it's like, okay, have you seen some of the shit that Eve wears? Because I've seen some of the shit that Eve wears. I know because I fought long and hard to get all of those fucking outfits. But it was around that time that I decided to write that song, Gooner's Got a Goon. And it's kind of intentionally supposed to be kind of celebrative and at the same time, you know, a little tragic. Because, you know, it's like people who collect comic books, like real collectors, not modern day MCU bullshit people. But actual people who collect comic books. We all know it's a curse. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. We all know it's a curse. We all know there's something wrong with us because we collect this shit. You know, we get it. We get it. And it's kind of the same thing. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with gooning for people for you know, simping. Whatever. I don't have any problem with it if you want to do it. We all do it. Everybody's got somebody out there that you're just like, you know, makes them weak in the knees, that they know they'll never even fucking talk to. So there is a celebration of it, and then at the same time, it's also a little bit, you know, you can kind of detect that a little bit. Okay, is everybody here? All right, here we go. Let's go do some core farming. But yeah, it got just suddenly out of nowhere got 4 views, and I was like, oh wow. Yeah, I'm still at the stage of a YouTube channel of being like, oh shit, this video got 4 views. Oh yeah, yeah. Jedi says Chun-Li got my attention since Kitty days. Oh yeah, dude, dude. I could absolutely fucking destroy people with Chun-Li. I could get that fucking goddamn that fucking kickoff out of nowhere. People would jump at me to attack, and then they'd just meet my fucking flying feet. But I've always been, I've said it before. I'm sure I've discussed this before. I know I have. Fighting games was really where I started. I would play more as females than anything else, because females in fighting games are always a little bit faster than the men. So I would use that to my advantage, because if you're faster than them, then and you may not hit as hard, but if you can hit them more, you're going to do a lot better. If they have to wind up for 2 seconds to hit you to take off half your fucking health, well, by the time you've done that, I've done hit you like 20 times. Not to mention that most dudes that I played with totally underestimated the female characters, and they'd be like, oh, you're picking Chun-Li? It's like, yep, and I'm about to shove my foot down your throat. It's gonna be fun. And of course, I've mentioned many times before, June in Tekken 2, my God, I could work some magic with her. Jesus Christ, I could throw out her 10 fucking hit combo just in the blink of a damn eye. And because of the way she moved, you couldn't, unless you studied the fucking game, because the way she moved, you couldn't anticipate when the hit was going to come on any of her moves, any part of the combo, because she would like swing at you and then all of a sudden twist around, and there'd be like a delay, so you would block at the wrong fucking time, and it's just like it's over. It's over. Those were the days. Those were the days. Hell yeah. Jedi says, yeah, till now I'm a June main. Yep. I was so disappointed that she fucking died between 2 and 3. I was like, what? I was so mad. I was so excited. So excited for Tekken 3 to come out. I was like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Cannot wait. And it came out and she was fucking dead. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean she's fucking dead? That was when I decided that Eddie would be my new main in Tekken. Because his moves were different. Obviously, they were very different. But they were very similar in the fact that if you didn't study the game, you would have no idea when the actual impact of his attack was going to happen. And most people do not obsessively study games and just play for, until they know everybody's goddamn... Jesus Christ, dude. I had so many fucking moves, so many fucking fatalities and babalities and combos and shit in my head from Tekken and Mortal Kombat and fucking Street Fighter. I had fucking notebooks that I would write shit down in, and fucking I went to ridiculous levels on those games. I can remember because if anybody remembers before the internet and you had magazines, right? Everything had a magazine. Oh, I'm going the wrong way because I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. Thank God you guys are here. But you know, everything had a magazine, and there were all kinds of cheats and codes and things like that. But most of the shit was not verified. Like for years after Final Fantasy VII came out, there was this goddamn rumor, and they would put shit in and be like, "There's some way to get Aerith to not die. There's some way to bring Aerith back to life." And you know, so they would always have these things that were complete bullshit. And one of the ones was, I can't remember what it was supposed to unlock, but you were supposed to fight in one session without turning off the console 500 matches in a row on Mortal Kombat. And me and my friend sat in my room for like 6 or 7 fucking hours and did 500. And at the end of it, there was nothing. It was total bullshit. We were so disappointed. So disappointed. But that's the way it was back then. Like I mentioned the other day when Surf was me and Surf were talking about the wrestling game and how, whereas now you can go into the online community creations and just download all these different versions of all these characters and all these different, you know, outfits from different eras of their careers. Back then, you had to. It would be like paragraphs, like fucking pages of shit and directions for how to space, you know, this particular symbol and that particular symbol and what to color them. I mean, it was so meticulous, and looking back on it now, most people would be like, you guys are insane for doing that. Right, well, you want them to be accurate. And I'm not the person who actually fucked around with this shit for fucking God knows how long to figure it out. I'm just the person that come in and got the instructions and repeated it. Imagine being the dude who was like, no, number 7 doesn't work for that part, so let me try number 1, and we'll color it like this and shrink it down to this size and see if it connects to this letter D to make this particular tattoo from this one person. It was crazy. It was crazy. Oh really? Jedi says he's never played this mode. This is the core farming place right here. Doing these for sure, the purges. You can rack them up pretty quick. And it's not really that hard to do by yourself if you've got, you know, even a decent build on somebody. It's just the only reason that I do it public most of the time is because it's just quicker that way. Yeah, those were the good old days of gaming. Back before, you know, companies like Sony decided to put a 30-day fucking timer on all the games that you buy. So if you don't log on, if you're not online somewhere in that 30 days, you'll no longer have access to your games. You won't be, even if you buy one, even if you buy it out of the shop, if you pay full price for it out of the shop. Well, if you don't have an internet connection for 30 days, when you try to play it, it won't let you. Ain't that some bullshit? You pay for something and they'll lock you out of it. Which way are we going? Where are they at? I remember people were crazy about fighting games when I was a teenager. When they started coming out, holy shit, you would not believe how huge fucking Mortal Kombat was when it came out. And you look back on it now, the first Mortal Kombat, it really looks horrible, and there's like only like 7 characters. I mean, it was such small scale, so small scale, and yet it was enormous. Like I would go to certain grocery stores just because they had Mortal Kombat in the front lobby. Just not go to get groceries, literally just go to the lobby to play Mortal Kombat. There was one guy at the arcade in the local mall that was so obsessive about Mortal Kombat that he would paint with a Sharpie. He would fucking color in and he would draw the goddamn dragon, the Mortal Kombat dragon, on the quarters that he was going to use to play the game. Like, literally. He would pull out his quarters and there'd be a little dragon on it, and it was a perfect replica. I mean, he was fucking detailed. And people were so fucking secretive. So fucking secretive. Like you wouldn't be playing anybody, right? You would literally just be watching somebody play Mortal Kombat. And they would perform a fatality, or they would perform a special move or something like that. And you'd be like, how did you do that? And they wouldn't fucking tell you. They would not tell you. It was like some guarded fucking ancient technique, martial arts technique or something. It's like people were not helpful. A lot of people today probably find it hard to believe that in order to play video games when I was a kid, you had to leave your house. I mean, we had consoles. You know, I had a fucking original Atari and an Atari 2600 and then the Nintendo and then the Super Nintendo. But still, in order to play the new video games that came out, you had to go to an arcade and pay your quarters. I remember my dad thought it was like highway robbery because they kept getting more and more expensive. You know, it started out all the games were just a quarter, and then some games became 50 cents, and then eventually it got up to the point to where some games were like $1, and that was just like, my dad thought that was just the most ridiculous thing in the world, and it's like, it's whatever, just give me $5 fucking and shut up. You go do whatever the fuck you gotta do in this stupid fucking mall. I'm gonna go play video games. Give me $5. Of course, that was a time when, you know, your parents could take you to the mall, and you would literally, as soon as you walk through the door, you'd be like, going to the toy store, and you just go to the toy store by yourself, just walk off by yourself, and for like hours, you'd be in the mall, and your parents wouldn't have any fucking idea where you were. And that was just normal. It was just okay. But it was a different time. A different time indeed. But of course, not for nothing, but in all honesty, when I was a kid, we were a little more street savvy than kids today. You know what I'm saying? Than generations past mine. And we knew things to look out for. We had basic survival skills that, future generations were completely lacking. Let's see what we're looking at here. Oh yeah. We've acquired quite a few. Quite a few. All right. Do a few more of these, and then it'll be about time to head down for the wall crusher. 20 till already. I have been running my mouth, so that often makes time go by quicker. We're gonna have a shitload of cores. A shitload of cores. You know, people, and I'm not just saying this, you know, to be like I'm more special than you or anything like that, but people of my generation were really in a very unique place in history because we had one foot in the old world, you know, because like I said, video games didn't exist when I was born. They weren't a thing until I was probably like 8 or 9, maybe, something like that. You had pinball machines, but there were no video games. They literally did not exist. There were no computers. Not personal computers. I mean, the government had computers, you know, IBM and, you know, places like that. And they literally had to take up, like, whole fucking floors of buildings in order to process shit. Like the stuff that your phone can do right now, that would have took an entire building full of fucking processors and fucking these big, huge machines to do even half of what your phone can do right now. You know, so you had us, you know, people who were like playing outside and playing football and fucking around in the creek and, you know, running through the woods and doing shit like that, and at the same time we were also playing video games and learning about all this new technology that was being created every day. We were in a unique place to understand both. Probably also why most people my age want to just find a house somewhere out in the woods and tell the world to forget they exist. That's what I'd like to do. I mean, literally. And I'd just like to go find a house out in the middle of the woods somewhere, or maybe just go. I've watched a lot of oh shit, what do they call that? Fucking hell. It's a suggestive fucking word, but I can't remember what it is. But anyway, Jedi says, I mean, I never select this as a go-to, but I've played it with Nemo and others. Serp says, true crime documentary. No, those bushcrafters, the people who go in the woods and they basically just build a house out of nothing but the trees around them and mud and shit. I've seen enough of those that I'm fairly certain that I could go out into the middle of the woods somewhere with very, very basic rudimentary tools and build my own fucking house. I'm firmly convinced that I could do that. And that would be pretty fucking cool. To just go out in the middle of the woods somewhere. Way the fuck deep. In the woods. You know. And just forget the world exists. That'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't even really care about Wi-Fi. You know, it's like, because Wi-Fi, you know, fucking the internet's, it's like a fucking drug. You gotta get, you know, once you get past the withdrawals, you'll be fine. But yeah, people are fucking, to get back to my earlier point that I was making that I just briefly brushed upon. People are big mad at Sony right now. And this, you know, because it's not games that they offer through the PlayStation Plus membership. It's literally games that you buy full price out of their store. If you don't log in at least once in a 30-day period, it will lock your game. So maybe you decide, you know, you go buy the latest Resident Evil game, and you're like, okay, I'm going to play it offline now. Nope. Because you didn't log in 30 days. So, sorry. That game you paid $70 for, you can't play it. You gotta log in.
Take this.
That's horseshit. Buy physical, kids. Buy physical. Fuck digital. Buy physical anytime you can. Whether it be music, movies, you know what, games. You know why? Because they can't fuck with it. They can't change it on you without fucking telling you, without your knowing it, because they can't. Unless they sneak into your house and replace the CD. They can't. Buy physical. You two are having fun. Alright, I think it's probably time for, well, maybe we can fit one more in. We'll fit one more in. All right, Jedi, you want to stick with us to go do the wall crasher? Sure. All right. Here we. Shit. We got to go back to Albion first. Of course. Of course. Of course, we got to go back to Albion.
Over here.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Here, this way. We should investigate this. Here, this way. We should investigate
Huh. Kill it.
Here, this way.
My VS is not into fun and frivolity. She's all business.
Construction core, moving out.
Why can't you pet the fellows anywhere but Albion? I don't understand that. Is that Harris you got, Jedi? Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. That's a cool look. That doesn't even look like Harris. That's pretty badass. Why I don't use it anymore? It looks pretty good though. Can I ask a question? Is Harris supposed to be black? Because it seems like every new skin that they make for her, she's darker. And I'm not, I mean, you know, obviously I don't have a problem with that, but I'm just wondering, is she supposed to be the quote unquote black descendant? You know what I'm saying? Is she supposed to be the black chick? No, I meant the pet. Oh, okay. Jedi says, no, LOL, I just make her look black. Well, I mean, it's obvious that she is incredibly darker than anybody else. Like, a lot darker than any of the other girls. Ah, that's the trick. Okay. Jedi says you put light colors on her and it makes her darker. I see. I mean, I know that is a thing in Asian cultures. What? Her and Sharon, Hispanic, I believe. I could see that in Sharon, yeah. Serp says he puts her in yellow. Yeah. I like your yellow outfit for her. But she is darker than the others. Yeah, it's clear. What is that? What do they call that? The girls that tan the Asian girls that tan their skin really, really dark. What's that? They have a term for that, don't they? Oh, that's cool. Jedi says, I don't know. Tanned Asians. And Serp says, I'm not going to answer that. But you know what I'm talking about, Serp. I've totally not, seen that as a descriptor for any kind of hentai or anything. Totally not. Oh, I like that one. That's cool. The red and white. My 3 favorite colors are black, red, and white. Terp says I didn't know there was a collective noun for them. Well, it's yeah. There's a term for them. I know, like I said, and because it's, hentai. It's a thing. I could look right now. I could do that. Let's see. I'll look it up. I'll find out. I'll find the answer to this mystery. Purple, blue, and green for me. Purple. When I was a kid, purple was easily my favorite color as a kid, and it probably had a lot to do with the fact that when I was a kid, Prince was like Prince. There was Michael Jackson in terms of pop celebrity. There was Michael Jackson and there was Prince, and Prince was 1,000 times cooler than Michael Jackson because Prince actually played his instruments, could play any instrument that mankind ever created. Prince could fucking play it. And that also, Purple Rain, dude, Purple Rain. There are, in the history of man, in all recorded, the recorded history of man, there are only two perfect songs ever written. One of them is Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd, and the other is Purple Rain by Prince. The two most perfect songs ever written. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd and Purple Rain by Prince. And that's another thing right there that shows you that my generation, you know, we weren't racist, because every kid that I knew wanted to be Michael Jackson or fucking Prince, and they were both black. And I'm white. Most of the people that I knew were white, you know, because I come from a rural fucking Tennessee area, and everybody wanted to be Michael Jackson or Prince. I started wearing round sunglasses because of Prince. Like I said, I loved purple because of Prince. All right, let's see if I can find out what this is here. Okay. It's just gal. That's the term. That's the term for dark-skinned Asian girls. It's just gal. GAL.
Loading.
See, and Stranger in Moscow for me. I'm vaguely familiar with Earth Song, but I don't know that I've ever heard Stranger in Moscow. But I list those two as the perfect songs because if you listen to both songs in their entirety, there's not as much lyrics in them as you might anticipate. There's really not. The lyrics are very simple, but the way it is performed and the way the music complements so perfectly the sentiment of both of those songs while saying so little. You know what I'm saying? Jedi says, tell me you're joking. No, I'm not joking. I went to the source. I went to my totally not saved hentai site. And yeah, that's what it's called. They're called gals. Because there's also a cosplayer, one of the cosplayers that I used to follow, called Non-Summer Jack. She's a gal. She obsessively tans her skin to where it is very dark. Stranger in Moscow, so calm and nice, then the ending comes with that passion. Oh, so sweet. Yeah, it's similar to Purple Rain, because Purple Rain, I've always he said it's supposed to be kind of about his dad. It's supposed to be sort of about, meant inspired by his dad, sort of, or like a a message to his dad or something like that. But I've always listened to that song, and it's like Prince is preaching to you in that song. The way his cadence is, the way the things that he says, his tone, and it always came across to me as if it's like he's singing as Jesus. If you listen to the lyrics, you might see what I'm saying. And it's just at the end, my God, nobody can make a fucking guitar sing like Prince could. Nobody. I mean, you can throw up your Eddie Van Halen's, you can and his finger tapping, and you can do all that and all you fucking want. But nobody could make a fucking guitar sing like Prince could. Like, he could just hit a few notes and the emotion would just fucking flow out of it. And you would know exactly what he was saying. You would know exactly what that riff meant. Exactly how emotional it made him feel. And that, and Purple Rain is just it's just that 1,000 times. It's so perfect. It's so perfect. I can't. Both of those songs, Wish You Were Here and Purple Rain, I cannot listen to from start to finish without crying. I can't. I don't give a fuck if you tell me that makes me a pussy. I don't give a fuck what you say. I cannot listen to either one of those fucking songs without crying at the end. I can't. Sometimes I'll be at work and Purple Rain will just pop into my head and I'll just start singing in my head, along with the song, and I have to stop at a point because I can feel my eyes, they'll start tearing up, and I'm like, stop it. Stop. Think of something else. I'm going to tell you this right now too. I'm going to tell you, I am a cold, heartless motherfucker. Things do not affect me emotionally the way it affects a lot of people. And certainly when celebrities die, I'll be like, man, that sucks. The day Prince died, I was at work. I fucking cried like a goddamn baby the day that he died. I shit you fucking not. The day that he died and I heard about it, I fucking cried. And I do not cry for people. Oh yeah, Black is an amazing song. Black is an amazing song. Jedi said, that's me when I listen to Pearl Jam's Black. Yeah. Black is a very good song. Very good song. All right, let's go back to Albion now. I've run my mouth enough about music. And you know, I'm a metalhead. I've always been a fucking rock and roll, hard rock, heavy metal kind of fucking guy. And you know, still Prince. You know, often people will be like, if you could bring one celebrity back from the dead, you know, who would it be? And it's hands down Prince. Every fucking time, Prince. He was taken too fucking soon from this earth. He was not done. Bring back Prince. People be like, you wouldn't want Lemmy or Dimebag Darrell? Nope. Give me Prince. You guys are having too much fun. Well, all right. I guess I need to end this. Unfortunately, this has been a blast, though. I thank you guys for running with me. I appreciate it. It's been totally cool. Jedi, anytime, man. Anytime you want to run or you want to fucking farm or anything like that, and if I'm on, or if you just want to, you know, if you're like, hey, you want some company or something like that, feel free, dude. Serp and Rick, they know that's true. All they got to do is say, hey, you want to run? And I'll be totally down with it. Jedi says, sure, bro, fun times. Oh, yeah. You got the nail outfit. That is by far my favorite of those dresses. Is nails. Probably has something to do with the stockings. I can't deny. All right. Okay. All right. You too, dude. You too. I hope you have a good one, man. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate y'all. Serp, Jedi, you guys are the bomb. Again, thank you for running with me. Rick, it's always a pleasure to see you, dude. I hope you have a good day as well. For those of you who were lurking, and I know there were quite a few of you today, because I saw some double digits down there today in the corner. So thank you guys for being here. We feel your support through your silence, and that's totally cool. We wouldn't mind it if you said hey, but you know, hey, you guys got to be you, and we like lurkers here at IAC. And for those of you who may be watching this as a video later, thank you for making it this far into the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun. If any of you groups of people that I just mentioned saw something here that you might have liked, maybe you were entertained by, maybe you just like watching the nice, lovely ladies kill bad guys, or maybe you like the banter between the three of us, perhaps you could see your way clear to leave me a like, a comment, a share, or a subscribe. The subscribes are very important right now, as I am 80 away from the 500 necessary to unlock super chats and group or memberships. And it's been a little bit slow going to get there, but you know, we're moving along slowly but surely. But anything that you could do to help out in that regard would be fantastic. Perhaps if you're a regular viewer but you're not subscribed, perhaps, like I said earlier, today could be the day that you decide to throw your support behind the channel. It would mean a lot. It really would. It really would. And if you should choose to, and this is totally optional and totally up to you, no pressure whatsoever, but it's there just in case. You will find links to my Patreon and my Ko-fi on my YouTube community page. Again, totally optional, totally up to you. But if you saw something here that you think might be worth $1 or $2, that would be where to drop it, and it would be greatly appreciated as well. While you're at it, check out the rest of the shit on my channel. I got all kinds of stuff to entertain your eyeballs. I've got concerts that I've been to, shot on a good quality phone. I was really close on a couple of them, so if you're into those particular bands that I've got there, I think you might be interested in checking them out. I don't get anything from them. They've been copyright claimed as I totally expected and understood would happen. But you know, it's kind of a slice of my life. You know, where was I at that exact moment? I was right there. I was right there, and you get to experience it along with me. Also, I have original music that I write the lyrics to, and I stress that heavily, that I write 100% of the lyrics to, and then give life to those songs through an AI app in the form of a 4-piece all-girl metal band called The Circle, as I mentioned earlier. There's currently 10 albums on my channel right now. If you're into chick metal and chick rock, bands like In This Moment, New Year's Day, Butcher Babies, Hailstorm, Flyleaf, Lacuna Coil, those kind of things, I think you might dig it. I used one of the top 2 AI music makers, and I think the results are pretty cool. I mean, if you didn't know it was AI, I would challenge you to point out that it is. But yeah, there's 10 albums on my channel right now, about 12 songs a piece, about 30 minutes an album. It's not that huge an investment of your time, so, you know, hey, you never know. You might find your new thing. And you can find the lovely ladies. Well, I say that. Currently, you know, I'm using quotations in the air. Currently, they are on tour, so they will not be around for a little while in the CTW female division of my original character simulated wrestling federation. So they will not be around for the next few months. They've got things to do. That's again in quotation marks in game. My canon, my universe, they're on tour, so they won't be around for a little while. But usually you can find them every Wednesday night on Wicked Wednesday Night. That is, as I said, the female division of my original character simulated wrestling federation. The men's division is every Monday for Monday Night Mania. Then I also have the female celebrity federation. It's every Tuesday for Tuesday Night Download. I have a DC versus Marvel that is coming soon. Precious little left to do for it, so I'm going to get it out as soon as I can. And then I also have upgrades for the men's division and the female celebrity federation coming towards the end of the year. Jedi says, oh yeah, I need to listen to it. Check it out. I put that, of all the stuff that I do on my channel, the music that I have created and that band that I have created is by far the thing that I am the most proud of. Rick has listened to a lot of them, and his only response to it was, it's really dark. And I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a little dark. It's a little dark. I was thrown out of a band once because I was too dark. When I hooked up with these guys who were like college radio. It was like a college radio band, sort of like a, you know, kind of Weezer in that kind of a vein, you know. That's what we called that kind of music back then, was college radio. And you know, we hooked up. We got a drummer, and they loved the way I sang their songs. And when it came time to write original music, I handed them my album of my folder of songs that I had written, and I went outside to smoke a cigarette with the drummer, the guitarist, and the bass player were basically the leads of the band. And they came out maybe about 15, 20 minutes later and handed me my folder back, and they were like, yeah, this ain't gonna work, dude. And I was like, what do you mean? They were like, you're too dark. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, we don't have to use my songs. And they were like, no, you're too dark. And I was like, okay, then. I mean, you know, that's kind of a badge to wear. Is that I got thrown out of a rock band because I was too dark. So, but anyway, yeah, check them out. I'd love to hear what you think about them, man. Also, I do these daily live streams like you have seen right here today with these wonderful gentlemen, Jedi and Serp. Sometimes chat hooks up with me and we do some runs, some farming. Sometimes we take on the harder challenges. Sometimes they're just here to give me advice. Jedi says, I heard that before, but different I get it. But yeah, sometimes chat joins in. Sometimes they're just here to give me advice and help me as I build my characters as strong as I can. And sometimes they're here to give me shit for the ways that I choose to do that. But regardless, a fun time is had by all, and we would absolutely love it if you would be a part of that along with us. We're developing a super cool community of guys, much like these two guys right here and Rick, and we've got fucking so many. I'm beginning to lose track of their names, to be honest with you. They're all. I think I'm friends with them, most of them on this game. But yeah, awesome community of guys. Love for you to be a part of it. So if you see us pop up in the feed, stop on by and say, hey, we ain't gonna bite you. We ain't gonna bite you. Also, every Friday between 8 and 11, I do Fall Guys Fortnite Friday, where I play, obviously, Fall Guys and Fortnite. Much like with this game, I'm totally open to playing with chat, but only if you want a duo, trio, or squads. No one-on-ones. That shit's boring. I gotta say no, it's just boring. On top of that, as if all that wasn't enough, this whole mouthful of shit that I've said, I also have a shitload of playthroughs, all kinds of genres, all kinds of titles. I've got a massive library of over 300 games that I've played precious little of. So if there's anything out there that you would like to see me play, throw it in the comments, and I will check my library. If it's in there, it gets bumped up to the top of the list. It's that easy. It is that easy to have impact and influence on the content produced by this channel. All you gotta do is say, hey, I'd like to see you play this, and I'll be like, well, I got it, so okay. It's that easy. It's that easy. And I guess, ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, that just leaves me to say, thank you once again. I cannot put into words how much it means to me that you guys are willing to take time out of your busy days to spend in my little corner of YouTube watching me play these goofy games. It really does mean a lot to me. This channel, I can create it, but I can't make it a success. That's you guys are the ones that are going to make it a success. You guys are the ones that are going to help me achieve these things, and I can't thank you enough for it. I really can't. I really can't. I can't say that enough. I can't. I try, and it just doesn't feel like it's enough. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. And until next time, later.